Coaches, Rick Stewart of All Access Coaching. I'm really excited to bring you this free video, and make sure you hit the subscribe and like button down below. It gives us valuable data as far as what coaches want. And also, if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll start doing weekly YouTube clinics for free. And if you hit the like and subscribe button, you'll get notified when we upload new content. We're uploading 3 or 4 videos every week.
This would be our base alignment. We would call this red twins. Twins for us tells the Z to go away from the Y. If we call it red over, and you'll see it on the tags here on the huddle tags, if it's red over, the Z would just come over to this side. We can line up a ton of different ways out of this base set and pretty much get back to exactly what we want. We could flex the tight end out. We could flex the W out and motion him in. So there's a lot of different things that we can do to end up getting the same look. What we want to do is look at how the defense is aligning the different looks, and the lightest box that we can get so that we can run buck sweep is the best. If we can remove this pony right here and still get a down block, we may put that Z over there and try to pull him out. We may put the Z and the X over here and try to pull both of them out. So however we can get to that look where we got a light box and we got numbers, that's what we're trying to get to when we get in the gun. You can see here, the quarterback's reading this guy. So this will be the guy that if his hips turn and he gets in his guard's back pocket, I'm going to pull it and I'm going to keep it out the back door right here. And I got a couple clips of that I'll show you here. You can see what happens here whenever we line up in the gun. All right. You can see if I showed you a clip of us playing against this team under center, there's going to be like 10 guys in the box here. But because we're in the gun, they loosened it up a little bit. And you can see, especially with a team that slants to motion and is very active with like motion with their line and their linebackers, which this team was, it can really hurt them with what you can do here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play here. All right, you can see everybody going to the motion. All right, they're calling it out. They're slanting to it. The linebackers are going. Well, what do? We run buck sweep back the other way. All right, I'll show you from the back shot. We ended up only having one pulling guard here. And the reason being is our center made an away stay call here. Okay, so if it's an away stay call, he's going to block back here, and the guard's going to have to block down here. All right, so you can see our motion come across. Pre-snap, the W should be thinking I'm down blocking here. The tight end should be thinking I'm going to linebacker. The tackle should be thinking I'm stepping flat in case this guy tries to cross face. If he doesn't cross face, I'm to the backside linebacker. All right, I hear the away stay call. My guard that's pulling knows I got to kick the first thing that shows. Okay, they help us out by just all the linebackers leaving. We even fooled the camera guy, apparently. Let's get it from this shot. All right, we get our kick there. Our backside backside tackle was working his butt off to get across. We end up with a good play there. All right, again, this was that clip was from 2019. This clip is from this year. I'm going to go to the tight shot for you here. All right, what we ended up doing, last year we didn't have, this kid here was a sophomore and he started at tight end for us. He's a really good tight end. but we didn't really have another guy at tight end, so we couldn't really go too tight much in the gun. So we had to use like a fullback or a halfback to be that wing. This year, we had another kid come on really strong and be a good tight end. So we said, you know what? Let's put our other tight end at the wing, somebody that's used to down block and a bigger body, and let's let him down block instead of having to ask a halfback to down block a guy that's bigger than him. And it ended up being a really good package for us throughout the course of the year. Okay, you can see here we checked that line. All right, I get a good kick from my play side guard. Pre-snap, I'm thinking tight ends down to possibly the backer. The halfbacks or the W is going to take the first guy inside. So if this end doesn't squeeze, then he should be elevating to this backer. My guard knows I'm kicking out the first thing, head up to outside of this guy. Whoever shows first here, I'm kicking him out. My backside guard knows that he's pulling wall, and my center's just got to try to win here. And you can see it from the back shot. This is kind of a funky look that they lined up in here. All right, but we get a good kick. My guard kind of stops in the hole, but my halfback does a really good job of just accelerating through the hole here. Okay, you can see the look they're in. It's a bear front. All right, tight end gets a good down block. Our other tight end elevates. All right, and our halfback just makes the play. Sometimes you got to be your own blocker. All right, here we are again, running 29. Same sort of look. All right. You can see our guards pulling. We got a kick there. We got a wall. I just wish my guard would have kept running, and we end up with a good play. Show you one time from the back shot here. All right, you can see my center, his rule is on. He's trying to beat the guy on this side. He does a really good job. He's a really good player. All right, we end up getting what we want there. All right, so our rules out of the gun, a lot of it doesn't change. For the tackle, he's going to do what we call a pull check, which is he's going to secure the gap inside of him. So he's essentially going to secure the B gap. Or he's going to block out on an overhang defender, which is we make what we call a steal call, which I've got a slide in a little bit where I'll go over there and show you some clips. But he's going to make that call, and the quarterback's going to make that call so that they're on the same page, which is like the away stay call that I was talking about that Coach asked me about earlier. If we get a bear front, the center's going to make an away bear call, which means he's going to block back on the 2 technique or the 3, the backside 3 technique, and the play side guard's going to block down on the nose, and then the tackle will block down on the 3 technique. And in the bear front. And I think I have a couple clips of that I'll show you. Pretty much everyone else is the same. The way, and I'll show you our base formation in a minute. We've always got a wing. We call him the W, and he's just like your halfback would be in traditional wing T. He's your he's a wing. His rule is gap down linebacker. He's got the first man inside. We're going to have an F, which is our tailback. He's going to line up at 4 yards. He's going to line up. His alignment is going to be straddling the inside leg of the tackle. And on buck sweep, he's going straight across the quarterback's face. He's going to L cut, and he's going to follow the guard just like he would on, traditional wing T. He's just taking the handoff from a different spot. We've got a Z, which is our a slot guy. We're normally in twins when we run this, so he's normally in the slot. He's going to block the most dangerous, or sometimes we may have him bubble, and we may throw call a screen off of that. Quarterback's going to line up at 4.5 yards, which is a half yard behind the F. And the reason being is because we want the F to go flat in front of the quarterback. If they're even, the F can't go flat. It pushes them forward and it pushes them downhill, which is not what we want. We want him to come flat across so that he can L cut and follow the guard. And he's going to hand off. While he's handing off, he's reading the backside in man on the line of scrimmage. All right. So what we tell the quarterback is when we're reading that guy, if that in man on the line of scrimmage crashes and you see his hips turn so that he's running flat down the line of scrimmage, then I'm going to pull it because he can't adjust and make the play. I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to live with whatever I have outside of there. We're not really blocking for him, but normally what happens is if they crash down so hard like that, there's nobody else out there.
Coaches, I really hope you got some great information from that YouTube video. Again, hit the subscribe and like button down below. It gives us valuable data. And if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll do free YouTube clinics. And you also get notified when I'm doing those YouTube clinics and when I upload new content to this channel. Thanks for watching, coaches.